Hi guys, I'm here with Katie and we're going to be doing the Poof High Pony for the junior team tap dance. So the supplies you're going to need are a spray bottle with water, a rat-tailed comb. You want to make sure that it's got the pointy end and that you're not using this type of comb. And then you'll need the really thick hair binders and then the bobby pins that close all the way. So first thing that you're going to do is look at your dancer's face, and about halfway through each of her eyebrows, you're going to make a part. So that you're pulling out a piece of hair that's a square shape. When you pull the hair up, it should look like this. So it's evenly spaced across. You want to make sure that you don't go any wider than the edges of her face, and that you don't go narrower into the top. Just look downwards. And pull it back just about this far back from her head, or from the front of her head, to probably 2 to 3 inches, which will vary just a little bit based on your dancer's face shape and their hair. So you're just going to make sure that this piece of hair is out of the way. You can just put it in another pony, or you could put it in a claw clip. Just gonna make that in a little loop and just keep that out of the way for now. We'll start by spraying the hair and just getting it slightly damp so that it's nice and smooth when it goes up into the pony. Up at the crown of her head. I'm just using my rat-tailed comb to make sure that it's nice and smooth. You don't have any bumps in it. Attention to the sides, making sure the sides are nice and tight. Turn to the side. So her ponytail right now is just straight up from her ears at the crown of her head, and it's nice and tight on the sides. You can go through and spray and make sure that you've got any flyaways taken care of in the ponytail part before we get to the rest of the hairstyle. So you want to make sure that this ponytail is nice and tight. So if I'm pulling, it's not coming away from her scalp at all. You can just keep putting multiple pony binders on there and pulling it tighter as you go, so that that's a nice firm base for you to start with. Next, we're just going to take out our extra hair here that we're going to use to make our front poof. Snarls out of that. And what you'll do is start from the back of the section of hair that you pulled out. You're just going to pull out a small section straight across, and you'll just do a little bit of back combing into that section. So instead of holding the comb at the bottom and moving back and forth like this, you'll just do a couple quick pulls from further away to create some volume right there at the base of the hair, and add a little spray to that as well. sections. And repeat the same. So just pulling a little back combing into that. You've just done about 4 sections. You might have a little bit more or less than that based on your dancer's hair. So at this point it's going to look messy, and that's just fine. So from the side, it looks like this. The hair here is just loose, and I've just sort of piled it on the back, and we'll clean that up in just a second. So what we're going to do next is you're going to take your comb and just very, very gently smooth the front part. You don't want to comb out any of the back combing that you've just put in. You just want to smooth the hair and make sure that any pieces along the sides here are pulled in, and just smooth that down a little bit. Just being careful not to pull out the back combing, and you probably need more back combing than you think, because you can always tone it down once it's pulled in. So next I'm just going to use my fingers and sort of shape a poof, and this is just going to be a little bit of trial and error. It might be a little crooked, it might have some bumps in it. You can just kind of play with it until you get the nice shape that you need. And then I'm just going to secure that by using 2 crisscross bobby pins. You want to make sure that you pin nice and tight into the base hair that's going into the ponytail so that it's nice and secure there. And if you see any little parts that are uneven, you can use your rat-tailed comb to sort of pull them up and smooth it out. And if you don't like the shape that you got, just pull those pins out and just play with it until you get a poof shape that you like. Let's turn to the side. So what's happening now is we've got the poof hair that's still sort of separated from the ponytail, and we're going to put that all together. So you'll take another ponytail binder. If this one is a little bit extra stretchy, that sometimes works a little bit nicer. Turn that way to the side. So this is the hair that I've got from the poof, which is pinned down behind the bump. And I'm just going to take my pony binder and I'm going to join this hair right into the ponytail that's existing. And you'll want to try to get this ponytail binder as close to the scalp as possible, so kind of on the underside of the other one if you can, or at least kind of joined with it. And then you've got your hair that's into the poof is now into your pony. And then you'll just want to go through with a spray and see if there's any little lumps and bumps or any flyaways. There it is, you're good to go.